Hello and welcome to this new episode. It's about a personal life update, and also I'm going to talk about the final live courses you can join before I take a maternity break. There's a reason I've been a little quieter over the past couple of months. You might have noticed less content, activity online. I was a little less visible in general. And today I want to share with you why. At the moment, I'm 3 months pregnant. Even saying that out loud still feels a little surreal to me. And it's a new chapter and a really big shift in my life that I'm slowly just beginning to understand and integrate, both physically and emotionally. The past 2 months have been very different from what I expected, actually. Like many women experience in the first trimester, I have been dealing with super intense nausea and fatigue, much, much stronger than I anticipated. And if I'm being honest, it has been a very humbling experience. The kind that reminds you very quickly that the body has its own wisdom and its own priorities, and that no amount of discipline or planning can override that. For someone who is used to holding space for others, teaching, moving, and creating regularly, it has been a very interesting shift to suddenly have to slow down in such a profound way. Some days the nausea has been constant. That morning sickness is actually 24/7. Yes, even at night. For weeks, I was literally unable to get up from the bed and take care of my basic needs, let alone to work. And even though I'm now reaching the end of the first trimester, I'm still waiting for that moment many people talk about when the second trimester begins and this nausea thing supposed to feel a little bit easier. Not happening for me just yet. I'm learning to be patient with my body, which is really not always easy. And at the same time, I'm already noticing how much pregnancy changes my internal landscape. Not just physically, however, that has been already huge, but emotionally and mentally as well. There's a subtle reorientation happening, a kind of shift in priorities, a deepening awareness of the body's intelligence. In many ways, it's been a very yin experience. A lot of surrender, a lot of listening, a lot of letting go of control, a lot of doing nothing, which is super hard for me. And there's been many transitions in life. It has also made me reflect on the rhythm of my work and how I want to hold space in the coming year. Because of this new chapter, I will be taking a maternity pause from my live trainings after the summer. This will mean that the April and June teacher trainings here in Thailand will be the final opportunities to join me for a live training before I take a break. Live courses will most likely return next February, so in 2027, depending on how my recovery goes and how the transition into motherhood unfolds for me. I will share updates once I have a clearer sense of what feels sustainable. For now, I'm allowing a lot of space for the unknown. What I do know is that the April and June trainings will be very special gatherings. There is something meaningful about closing a chapter consciously. And I'm really looking forward to holding these final in person containers before stepping into this new phase of my life. So, if you have been considering joining one of my live teacher trainings, this is the moment to listen to that calling. All the April and June trainings will take place here in Thailand in a beautiful natural setting at Wonderland Healing Center, where we've been gathering for years now. For many students, this environment itself becomes part of the learning process, where a deeper understanding of the self and personal patterns can emerge naturally. These trainings are always about much more than learning yin yoga poses or sequencing classes. They are about understanding the relationship between the body, the meridian system, the emotions, and the nervous system. They are about learning how to hold space, without absorbing others' suffering or burning out, how to stay present when real experiences arise in a practice, and perhaps most importantly, they are about developing a more honest relationship with your own inner landscape. For those of you who feel the call to travel, to step away from your usual environment, and to immerse yourself in this work, as mentioned, April and June will be the final opportunities to do so next year. At the same time, I know that traveling to Thailand is not available for everyone. And that's exactly why my self paced online trauma informed yin yoga teacher training will continue to be available during the time I take a pause from the live courses. The online training includes the same foundational teachings and approach that I share in person, along with guided practices and ongoing live mentoring sessions where we can meet, explore questions, and deepen the work together. In many ways, the online training is a very gentle and supportive way to learn. You can move through the material at your own pace. You can integrate slowly. You can revisit the teachings whenever your nervous system is ready. And to be very honest with you, choosing the online training during this period will also be a meaningful way to support me as I move through childbirth, recovery, and the transition into becoming a mother. This work has always been something I have built with the support of this community, and I'm deeply grateful for that. And if you are not quite ready to commit to a full on teacher training yet, that's also completely okay. There are many ways to begin exploring this work with me. You can start with my free offerings, which are simple but great entry points that allow you to experience the perspective I bring to yin yoga and nervous system awareness. For now, I'm taking things 1 week at a time, listening carefully to what my body needs, and preparing for the arrival of this little human who is already teaching me so much about slowing down. Thank you so much for being here, for walking alongside me, and for supporting this next chapter as it unfolds. And if you feel called to join one of the final live trainings this spring or to begin the journey through the online course, I would, of course, love to welcome you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next update. Bye.